Shalom and welcome to the Wisdom of Torah. This year is entitled Har Habayit, number 146. Status of a woman is a Poletet Shech. How does she remove that status? Previous Yurim, we discussed the fact that a Poletet Shech, a woman has relations with her husband and then has emissions over the next few days regarding Taharot. In the Mikdash's times when she would touch Taharot, there would be an issue. She would have status of Tme'ah, she cannot touch Taharot. The Rashba and the Ravid said it applies to Taharot. It does not apply to her husband. So this will in no way affect the status between her and her husband. However, the genre says no, during her Shiv and Akin, the 7 clean days of accounting, any zera that will come out would affect the 7 clean days. And then from there we looked at Poletet Shech Har Habayit, that is Hakira, question the Medchatzinoch. We said it might be best to be Machmir. Now the question is, fine, let's assume we're going to be Machmir. So a woman has a relation with her husband, and she's defined as potentially a Poletet Shech for 3 days. So does that mean she cannot go up to Har Habayit for 3 days? Which means she was with the husband on a Sunday evening. So then, for 72 hours, till Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday evening, which means through Thursday, those days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, she cannot go to Har Habayit, only Thursday night. So some say yes, that's what we have to hold here. Poletet Shech, she has to wait 3 days, and that's it. Some say not so simple. To begin with, Poletet Shech is a suffix if there's even a problem. Minchas Chidos in suffix. So we're going to be Machmir. But is there another way to remove her status as a Poletet Shech? So the Shulchan Aruch in Yeridei Hachanit at the end of Kuf Tzadi Vav says a woman could clean herself out, Kinuch and Adacha, could clean herself out, known as Tudush, and then clean herself out, and then there's no problem. So here too, she could do that, especially here, when we're talking about a suffix to begin with. So some say that. Some argue back. Wait a second. The Ramah at the end of Kusadi Vav says that the minhag is for a woman not to go ahead and clean herself out. We don't rely on that anymore. Meaning, she goes ahead, she becomes a nida, she needs 5 days. But wait a second, she can clean herself out. We don't have to worry about any zera coming out. No. 5 days, that's Allah, and that's it. So maybe just like over there by nida, we don't rely on her cleaning herself out. So too by Har Habayit. Halachically, we don't rely on her cleaning herself out. But I could say, wait a second, it's one thing where there's a minhag. There's a minhag by nida, but we don't rely on her cleaning out. We're going to extend that minhag to Poletet Shech and Har Habayit, where it didn't exist. There is no minhag like that. And also by the husband and the wife, talk about curry. So over here, we're talking about her going up to where? Har Habayit, which is a lot from the Torah, not curries. So should we really jump and apply the chumrah of waiting 3 days and not accepting kinuah, cleaning herself out? That's by between her husband and the 7 days of counting. Should we apply that to Har Habayit? So this is a relatively new topic. We don't have a lot of literature on it. Now we have great poskim arguing over this. And there are those that say you need to wait 3 days. Just like when she's doing the Shiv and Akim, she has to wait for 3 days so that any zera that comes out, it's no longer anything is masriach after 3 days, 72 hours. And so here too. In addition, some say they quote the Magen Avraham, Tav Reish Vav and Orchaim, Sif Katan Chet. And he says there, maybe there's an issue of cleaning herself out, removing the zera. And that could remove possibly the possibility of puravu. So some bring that and discuss that issue. Of Shmuel Eliyahu, Rav Ariel, and others say no, there is no minhag over here. This case didn't exist. So we have to start fresh, examining the sources and seeing, is there reason to go ahead and say she cannot do kinuch and adach, clean herself out. And Rosh Moliahu, Rav Ariel say she could clean herself out. So she has relations. And a little bit later, she cleans herself out. And then she's no longer defined as a Poletet Shech V'Zera. She no longer has the Zera coming out. The only thing is, she's a Poletet Shech V'Zera. She has to take care of it by going to the mikveh. Then she goes to the mikveh. So she went to the mikveh originally because she was in Nida. She has relations with her husband. And now she cleans herself out and goes to the mikveh again. Or she went to the mikveh a week ago. And now she's not in Nida. An hour or two ago or 3 hours ago. She went to the mikveh a week ago. Now she's with her husband. She wants to go up to Har Habayit in the morning. So Rav Eliyahu would say she cleans herself out very well. Some would say maybe even sitting in the bath for 20 minutes. And then in the morning already she could go to the mikveh. She had to go to the mikveh at night. And then in the morning she'd go up to Har Habayit already. Big machlokus among the poskim today. And of course, everyone has to ask their local Rav for psak on this fascinating area. Shalom.